You look good, you have all of the something there about you. Yes, goodie!
Hot topics.
Put it up.
So this week's hot topic is the emotional effects of infidelity, right? So this comes from, relationship coach. Hold on there, let me find the video.
Wait, he was a relationship coach?
Girl, you don't know Derek Jackson?
Yeah, but I didn't know he was a relationship coach.
Yeah.
Or he was a pastor. What was he?
No, man, he was a relationship coach.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
He was a huge relationship coach, right? And he used to always, first of all, I was one of the ones, I'm not even gonna lie, I can't do it myself. I was one of the ones who drank the Kool-Aid. So like when he would post a little video of them because he would say things.
You knew him.
Oh yeah, girl, let me show you what I'm video them. If you don't know what let me show you what I'm video them if you don't know who Derek Jackson is.
Mm-hmm. Show the people.
Nah, sis, you're not crazy. Don't let that man convince you that you are either. You just peep game. You just peep the inconsistency, the lies, the way that his words and actions wasn't matching. A man is going to call you crazy when he wants to leverage your emotional investment into him as a way to keep you blind to the disrespect he's been showing you.
So basically, he was one of those, right? He was one of those where
I have a little nugget to yourself. Wow,
you don't say he's a good man.
He's a good man, Savannah. A good man.
But he was not a good man, right? So it was more like you thought that he was actually like very, serious about his wife and all of that. He was serious about the bond. So
what if him saying was just giving multiple relationship advice? Like
No. How he was if you watch all of his videos, how he was presenting himself was like, no man, that presented himself.
No, what
like
I mean, what if he's saying, no, I'm just giving her one-on-one coaching. I wasn't having sex with her.
No, anyways, I could play the wife out there because you love play devil's advocate. Defender of
Me.
So this is what she said.
I became a shell of myself. I didn't know who I was. I actually have a couple posts on my page where I have a post that says, I knew her body better than I knew my own.
Stop. Let that sit there. You said you knew another woman's body better than you knew your own.
Yes, several women. I knew several other women's bodies better than I knew my own. And I spent a lot of time, like I went in such a deep hole where I was like studying these women. I would go to their profiles and I would study their pages and like what they wear. I knew when they had met up. So I watched their videos of them having sex. So I would try to imitate that and recreate that in our relationships so that he could choose me and want me. And
so yes, so that's what sparked our discussion. So those videos so that's who he was, and that is what his wife said. And there was a whole scandal with them that broke about, and she was defending him.
Remember, right, with the what do you call it?
Something with
helmet of foundation. Yeah, so black people stay bad. Why are we so unserious?
Let me tell you why, right? So now it's like when I hear this, when I actually watched the interview, I felt really bad for her because it's just like
you could see that she was brainwashed.
Actually going through trauma and she was brainwashed, and like all of us can relate to being in that situation. It's just the level she took it. She took it to like probably a further level.
She took it to court level.
Yeah, it's not just court level, but it's more like. Because I think as well, when you don't have a support system and somebody comes in and is that for you.
Yeah, in knight in shining armor.
Like, it's just like you want to kind of like, oh my God.
This is the best thing ever.
Is the best thing ever.
Yeah.
You're so amazing.
Yeah.
Like that type of thing.
Yeah.
So I feel like, I don't know. So I feel like so with her saying that, it's like, even she said a new woman's body is better than I knew my own.
None of that. When she said, she watched them have sex and recreate.
Yeah,
and I said, wow, that's crazy, my G. Sister wives, what were you doing?
No, but it's not that, because it's like, all right, when you get cheated on, I've been there. Like, if I get cheated on, like, you kind of it's not that you're even watching the girl. Like, people don't like to admit it, but I'll admit it. In terms of when you get cheated on and you find out about who the person is, you start to look. So you start to kind of like, almost like do this thing where you look at their profile or you want a picture of them or you want to understand, like you want to kind of know about them. Not in a way like you're stalking them or what. You just want to kind of know
the reason. You want to know the why. Or why she.
What about her? Like, especially when like something like I don't think like it's so sad these days that people don't respect the sanctity of marriage. Because it's kind of different, you know. Like I feel like people say these things, but it's like different when you have a boyfriend and you give one and you can let for whatever. But I feel like when you have a husband and you have kids and you're trying to make it work and
them things that kind of to third party scare a lot of people out of commitment.
Yeah, because it's like when you watch, because it's like, and then especially when a man is so presenting himself. Because imagine the emotional trauma from that. A man is presenting himself on the internet talking about the standards women should have, how women should see themselves. And this man is like, people are praising him for being this great man.
Or for maybe supposing to help somebody through their marriage.
Exactly. So it's like he probably counseling people through marriage and all of that. And then he's out here treating you like shit. Like it's like there's a lot of emotional effects in terms of infidelity, because on top of it too, I think there's a lot of, because it's like the betrayal part comes in, you feel less than, right? You feel like you wonder, especially when you're in a good place. Yo, I don't know about you, but like if I get burned and me and you in a bad place, I kind of
yeah.
Because you understand, because there's a rocky road.
Because if you're in a good place, it's like, very unexpected. You're just like, okay, but what were the signs? What were the signs that you didn't miss then? Because if it is that you're in a rocky situation, there would have been signs maybe.
Yeah.
Like you could have seen and be like, all right. And then people try to rationalize. No, when you look and you try to determine like why she, but then it's also kind of like, are you justifying his actions? Like
exactly.
You are, because it's like, but no, I know you'll be able to,
But it takes you a while to see that, and sometimes it's like you start to, because you see when I'm the emotional effects of infidelity now. First of all, you don't want friend a girl because now you're in this place where my man give me money now, so any girl will come to me and talk to me now, I'm afraid to say, my man, I talk to them.
Right. My them Sue start come to you as a woman.
Them Sue start come to me as a woman. So you're like, I don't know. So you're kind of caged off. Yep. When him start giving money now, you decide, so you're going to stay or you're going to take the money. Right. You're caged off from people. You know what to talk to your family members about it, because you know what they're going to tell you. They're going to tell you for them. So you're kind of caged off. On top of that too, you get so anxious. You wonder, what am I doing? What's him doing right now? Your mind is always on like what he's doing. And I feel like no matter how we try to act like him can do him one, me can't speak for everybody, but me, I can't manage. I'm telling you from the start of the podcast, I cannot take fun. If you get fun, I'm out.
I'm out.
Yeah.
Like a cricket song.
I can't do it. Like, no. So
I didn't know that there are people who genuinely believe, because I've heard people say, like, you can't just leave your good man or marriage so because I like a one. I should choose something, marry something.
I've heard, and then let me
it is a very common phrase.
It's crazy.
It is just very
like
common.
I've heard people say bigger things in life than bun.
Then you wait till him.
And honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I used to be one of those women
you used to be?
who took it on, like took on that misogyny. Because let me tell you something. You see, my family is a long line of bun givers. Understand? Great grandfather, father, brother, cousin, them man there, terrible. Them man they make you, them man they sick stomach. And I love the men in my family. They're great men, they're great fathers, they're great providers. Horrible husbands. Daddy, I love you. But no, horrible husbands, right? This is just me being real. My brother, horrible husband. But I think they're trying.
We hope.
But no, honestly, and it's just like, because them have me, let me tell you what them have me in my family, right? Because I tell them from my young, this is how I knew that I was like really different. So like, I'm the one, my sister just don't care. So my sister is just like, do what you want to do. If you want her friend, she'll get her friend, she don't care.
Wow, okay.
So she just don't care. Me now, them call me informer. Them call me little informer. Because you see, if you bring a wife to me, don't bring no other girl around me. Because I'm going to tell. Because I love you, like cook food. I'm respecting girl code. You don't bring side chicks to me. You don't bring, no. If this is who you present as your wife, that's a person.
But then some of them in their brazen for you though. Or if you're bringing a side chick to your family, dog.
What do you mean? Them do that all the time.
That's crazy.
They do that
to
all
me.
the time. Like literally every
What?
every family gathering I have. Let me tell you how they know. Like my family have a thing where they're like, yeah man, informal come me. So them don't bring certain.
Right.
So like when them go to a certain par, them not care me because them want to care other people.
Mhm.
So if them say, yeah man, them don't tell me because Renee have to stay home because Renee
He's going to tell.
Because let me tell you something, I'm a woman first, and I tell them that all the time.
That's fair.
So when it comes to certain things, if a girl come ask me no question, yeah,
Well, have a
yeah,
seat.
I won't volunteer information unnecessarily.
Right.
But one thing I'm not gonna do, I'm not gonna talk up to her.
Mhm.
So I'm not gonna be put in a position to have to lie to somebody.
Yeah.
That's how I stay. So I feel like when it comes to that, because even that, they might bring around them family. They will bring this girl on them. It's like it takes you through a whole roller coaster.
Yep.
You start to mistrust yourself. You start to believe that you're not good enough.
Mhm.
You start to wonder, oh, what can I do? Where did I go wrong?
Mhm.
Like you start to go down this whole entire road
Mhm.
where it just, to me, it kind of like it make you become a different person. Because on top of it too, your friendships start to get straight because you can't tell a friend them everything what you wanna do, especially if they're with a cheating ass man. You can't tell a friend them. You can't tell them anything. Like you start to be secretive. I feel like the minute that's how I know. That's when I know a relationship is like when I have to kind of hide things from my friends. I feel like because the people that you choose in your life, you choose them for a reason. And you know that they're solid or whatever.
Yeah.
When you have to start kind of take away yourself because of a relationship, I feel like it's a red flag.
Fair.
Yeah. And I feel like when women are emotionally affected by infidelity or things that you do or man do, them have two responses. Either them become very weak and caged and whatever, like Derek Jackson wife, or them going to them Gabriel Union, solid as a rock, strong, have to prove them strength. You're embarrassed by this. What's that embarrassing, man? The man said
he's a good man, Savannah.
She could have keep him. This man, the man you walk with that whole trailer load of baggage, The man have a baby with a panner. The man have two picnic. He have one picnic that also turning a girl. You understand? I got to for makeup or something. He have one bag of baggage. No. One bag of baggage behind her. And the man I say, this is my house. And he say, and you tell, why you tell me that? You come tell
again. This is so much. This is red table talk.
The man embarrassed.
This is red table talk. I must say, cause like when Will and Janeda go through, I say,
really want man.
Me never did want to know all of that. It's too much information.
I say like a good thing, like he must say.
It's too much. Like I don't need to know the inner workings of your relationship.
No, but
that is weird.
Crazy to me. He said it like a positive thing. Yeah. Like he said it and he was like, she bossed up and she was like, when we go to LA, everything is 50-50. The man said everything when it comes in data. Them sit down and split 50-50 down the middle. You're a bitch. Like what? Because to me, right, it's either if it's a partnership, no problem, Me pay the school fee, you pay the you buy the grocery. You can imagine say our school fee come up and say, baby, you need to get 25. Pay the something, especially because you're rich.
Renee, we are going on a tangent.
No, I'm very upset.
She's not. She's fine.
You're right. You are right. So that's what I feel like. I feel like they go into two modes. It's either them get really soft or them boss up in the wrong way. I don't need no man to take me out of my peace. I don't want caged. I don't want
bring me peace. No, you're supposed to bring me peace.
I don't want strong.
Be my peace.
After me and Samson. No, I don't want strong. Like, I'm not do it. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. And then even when it comes to like your self-esteem and all of that, like you start to really become a different person.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just feel like there's
because like that emotional damage is deep, and so you're trying to repair the your perspective of yourself and other person's perspective of yourself, especially if it is that you do stay in a relationship that is filled with infidelity. You're constantly wondering like, oh God, a person probably I think say, no, G and you start to wonder a lot, and then it's affect that on top of what you're thinking about yourself is affecting you, and so it's a double whammy situation where you're just like rough. The emotional damage is very deep rooted,
and then it's like because it's like a lot of I've heard men ask me like, If you get bun, you're gonna stay. You're gonna stay.
Why people ask you that?
And I hate when people ask me that because
Don't ask me that.
Hey, we go on a date with
It's a precursor.
No, wait, not him ask me that. Like, if you get bun, you're gonna leave.
This is a date? Getting to know?
This was like getting to know.
Oh, child.
Right? This was like
Red
third
flag,
date,
you know,
and I
bro.
said,
We're
not. So we just eat the food.
Belch.
I'ma just talk. I'ma say, you will never ever see me again.
That is so crazy.
Where you check my bun
That is so crazy to me.
My bun
Why would you ask somebody that?
No, anyone. That's what I said. I set my standard, you know. Basically, if you give me a bun, I'm leaving.
Sometimes you also have to.
What I do, like, if you doing whatever, you know, but you see, the minute I find out or I get a little inkling, I'm out.
Wow. And then you know what? I also believe birds of a feather flock together.
Yes.
So personally, you can't tell me that you're the best things in size spread, go to two shoes. I'm never even man. And every one of your friend them have two girl minimum. That's crazy to me.
True.
And one of them have wife and the other them side chicken.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
No, you are just as bad.
You're probably worse.
Dirty man.
No, you're probably worse. 'Cause at least your friend them know who them is.
No, you're dirty. Go on. Yeah. No, you're dirty. Yeah. No, I can't take it serious. I can't see a man that I know say all empowered a dog and I say, yeah man, are you
are the chosen one.
Yeah,
you're the one.
absolutely crazy.
You know, and you know what it boils down to? The same point I always make. Us women like to think we're special.
Mm-hmm.
We love to think we, and I say we, I'm understanding to like, you trust me. Girl, Renee didn't choose you. Sometimes I say, shut up your back. Sometimes you have to look by yourself and say, girl, have some sense. Because you move like a yam. Yeah. Come here, I tell you, no man, sometimes you have to strong up your back because I'm telling you, and then I think a big part of it for me too, like personally, is for me, when it comes to like getting over it or moving forward, I think you have to kind of step back a bit. Because I don't know, everybody's process is different, but for me, we have to step back. And one thing I've decided in my life at this point, because let me tell you, one of the most powerful prayer you can ever pray. Repeat after me. Lord. If this man is not for me.
If this man is not for me.
Show me. I promise you, if God not answer no prayer, he answers that one with the quickness. We just choose to ignore it.
We do sometimes.
No man. I have a testimony and I want to hear my testimony.
Go ahead. Is that you want a testimony?
Yes,
okay.
Let me testify.
Testimony. I was about to say the wrong word. Go ahead.
So I broke up with somebody, right? Got back with them. My birthday was coming up and I had a whole birthday trip planned and they were coming and you were there. Friend.
I was.
You were. And 3 days before now, my friend from church, right? Because that money I derailed my off of my part with God, you know? And I say, no, when somebody's not for you either. When they start to derail you from the things that you're trying to do and you know that are positive in your life, that's also a signal.
Okay.
So I remember like a friend of mine from church who never knows Serene of man. Like at the time, she's my friend, but we really connect through church and like God and all of that. And she said to me, Ren, she said, I don't know why, but you've been in my spirit for like the last couple of days. And it's like, she said, when me and forget me, just remember. She's like, God said to tell you, let me choose. She said, I don't know why, blah, 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 blah. Like it was very, and she's not that type of person.
Right.
I know one of them people that way I don't say every morning I wake up to a WhatsApp prophecy. I know them people there. She not do them something there, right? So I say, God, but me choose him. So you have to work with what me choose.
Oh, you know, say him shut up.
Huh? That is no. That was the only choice in my life because I was deciding if should this person come. I was really on the fence of like if I should even do this. Right? I was really on the fence, man. Yeah, man. And I said, God, the prayer. I said, God, show me this person is not for me. I prayed the prayer in the morning. By 12 o'clock midday, I get that call there. But guess what? You were on the trip and you saw who was there. But sometimes, yeah, man, we don't listen because I said all of that to say that we like to think we're special.
We do.
And I think
But let the people know that was not infidelity, please.
oh, wait a minute. Oh, no, it was infidelity. Oh, sorry.
Because you say the people them think she's there with a cheating man.
Oh, no.
That's not people.
No, he was just not meant for me. That's the point. I'm just, you know, I said it was on the
You said it was a testimony. And yeah, testimony, testify. Jesus, damn it.
Well, after that.
It's been a long day.
Oh, God. Anyways, so how do you heal, right? I said prayer. I didn't reach a healing. You still there, cheating. Me didn't reach a healing. My point is,
no, you never know
when
healing.
that healing, listen to God. My first step is prayer. Yes, I said the first step for me is prayer and finding out if this person is for you.
I also think that speaking to a professional is also great.
Oh, therapy. Beautiful thing.
It's also
Beautiful
good.
thing.
It really is good for trauma. It's good for just growth. It's good for everything.
People around you, everything while going your business. Sometimes I need that.
Jesus.
I call therapy my safe space.
It is a safe space. It's a it's just your. It's also your non-judgmental space. Because that's funny. Sometimes there's people that say, "No, I'm not judge a girl." They might judge you.
They might judge you.
No,
like,
honestly, they might judge you though.
Because even if they love you, like you love them the most, and like think about you as a person. Sometimes your friend tell you some things that you're like, even though you love them and you're not gonna say it to anybody, in your head you're like, why would you do that?
Yeah.
But it's like sometimes you have to take yourself out of it. Like as great as a person you are, so you have your preconceived notions. Like these people are trained to handle your trauma.
Yes.
So I think
and give you unbiased advice.
Yeah. And don't push it under the rug. Don't act like it never happened. Oh God, the man can't hurt me.
No. You know you did back a couple weeks time. Stop it, man.
Yeah, man.
It's okay. And it's okay. All the man them too.
You know, say you kind of
sometimes it might be too big.
You know, say you lose like a weight or you start eating off. You know?
But you know, why would also how you know we've spoken from a very, very female perspective?
That's true.
I'd love to understand. This is a pause on the healing part, but it will be very interesting. Comment below, guys, or Instagram. Comment on Instagram. How do you deal with infidelity in a relationship? Because some men stay too.
True.
Some men stay. Some men cannot pass it.
I think man only stay when nobody don't know. That I think.
Let me see.
Yeah. I think they want to stay when nobody don't know.
Like, yeah.
I don't know, man, I publicly get one and stay. Like,
she would have killed them.
And it depends on the man too. Can you see if they deem the man as less than them? Or them say, yo.
Like we are always the prize, but it's like she had a prize.
Or like if you deem the man as like, it's funny, right? Because women have alternate reactions. So it's like, if the man, it have to be with a man, to me, if you give money, it have to be a man with equal to him, in a sense. Because if it's a man better than him, it
that
feel
nigga,
worse.
yeah, man.
If it's a man less than him,
I call
it styling.
I call him broke.
Yeah,
and a man will have money.
I feel like you're styling.
Yeah, man.
But with women, it's like, if I feel like it's the same. If you feel like a girl is less than you, you're like, what?
Oh, also, yeah.
You're like, what?
This I don't think you're like,
yeah, you're like, that's crazy. And then if it's like she's better than you're like, oh, I get it.
Yeah.
You like it. Yeah, you're like, oh, I get it.
Yeah.
But like, you want to get one with like a Beyonce or something, just for argument's sake. You're going to be like, oh, wow.
In healing, you need prayer. You could journal. How you feel journaling is good. In my darkest hours, I've journaled.
Yeah, man.
Speaking to a professional and just growing,
I feel like time
evolving.
Too. I feel like it's so cliche.
Time does not heal. You know that.
It just makes it get better. It just makes it easier.
It's the coping.
It's a coping. So I feel
time
like
does not heal a Rasta judge. I mean, I don't lie how we keep both time.
No, honestly,
the pain just get less.
It just makes every day is like you can't. It's like you decide that you can't do a long time.
And also, we want to be clear that healing is not linear.
Yeah.
It is so not. So one day you feel like you've reached a point, and the next day you could have breakdown on day one.
Talking to people, like even now, like sometimes, like, because I don't know, but I've had an experience with that friend where like I was getting over a breakup, and she was like I think I broke up like 3 months ago. She was like, it's this month. You still not talk about this? And it's like, crazy. Damn, girl.
You're cold like ice. Not nice.
So it was like, I feel like sometimes
people don't understand that
people
it's
don't
not
understand
linear.
that it's not linear.
They don't know also possibly the impact.
Yeah.
Because they have not experienced
especially
it
when
themselves.
Everybody receives emotions differently.
Me,
emotional bad.
And there's
Me,
nothing wrong with
I
that.
feel
I think we
everything.
have negatively associated the word emotional.
That's so true.
Like I said this the other day, I was just like, why do we say someone is emotional and it's always using a negative light? Do you know that emotions aren't always negative?
Yeah.
Because you can be emotional.
No emotion is
for
actually
a good
negative.
thing.
No emotion is actually negative because you can't control how you feel. You control how you
And I
react.
feel like it's the word emotional is so weaponizing.
Yeah.
It's just like, you're being so emotional.
Yeah, it's very negative.
So sorry for feeling the way I feel because you possibly hurt my feelings.
Yeah, exactly.
We need to move away from that, please. Jesus. But my brother never vocabulary, my goddamn it.
Sure. I still can't believe Gabriel Union though. I'm just sorry, Mr.
You know, alright, so don't know I'm mansion. I'm pay with that penny right now.
I pay 50% of the
I don't give a damn. She know her mansion.
She get a new movie every year. Because I hear the man say
More much perfect
she's a
fine
working
next week.
actress.
She is a working actress.
Wow.
How much work she gets is a question. But she works.
Hallelujah.